In India, every retroreflective marking tape must be certified before it can be used in vehicles. Whether you are a manufacturer, trader, or importer, navigating the AIS approval process is a must. In today's video, we will dive deep into the ARAI certification process for retroreflective tapes and tests required. In case of any query regarding certification process, contact MindSync. MindSync is a professional organization providing compliance consulting, legal, and advisory services. Let's begin by understanding retroreflective tape certification. AIS 090 is the automotive industry standard for approving retroreflective markings used on buses and passenger vehicles, goods carriers and trucks, trailers and semi-trailers. The Automotive Research Association of India (ARAI) tests and certifies these markings to ensure safety and compliance with the Central Motor Vehicle Rules (CMVR). AIS 090 aligns with ACA regulation, ensuring global safety standards while adapting to Indian regulations. Now, who needs this certification? Manufacturers. If you make retroreflective tape, you must get type approval. For Indian traders or agents, the type approval certificate is issued in the manufacturer's name, but Indian agents, only if sole representatives, can be listed. Now, let's dive into the certification process. Step 1. Testing as per AIS. What do you need for testing? Test sample requirements. At least 5 meters of tape per color variant must be submitted. Each sample must be labeled and identified properly. Also, general information for testing like test request letter from the manufacturer, previous test report numbers, in case of extending an existing approval. Also, technical parameters for testing, then class of marking in color variants and manufacturer's trade name. Let's quickly look at some of the tests conducted during AIS 090 certification. Retroreflectivity test to check measures brightness and visibility. Weather resistance test and simulates sunlight exposure where the tape must retain reflectivity after prolonged exposure. Next, corrosion resistance test, 48-hour salt mist test simulating harsh road conditions, where the tape must not rust, fade, or degrade. Next, chemical and fuel resistance test. Next, adhesion strength test only for Class C and water penetration resistance test. Now let's move to step 2, type approval as per AIS 037. Once testing is complete, type approval under AIS 037 is required. First, site audit of manufacturing plant. ARAI officials will inspect production facilities to ensure consistent quality. Next, production conformity checks. 5 random samples must pass photometric and colorimetric tests. Finally, certification issuance. After a successful audit, ARAI will issue the type approval certificate. Next, marking and documentation requirements. Every certified tape must display trade name or trademark, type approval mark, orientation mark, TOP, class designation, and marking intervals. Next, required documentation for type approval. Detailed drawings and approval mark location. Contact us to know the other important documents required for certification. There are penalties for non-compliance. Failure to meet standards leads to penalties. Also, non-conforming products can lead to revoked approvals. Now, what about A or A marked products? If your tape is already ACA certified, it must undergo additional photometric and colorimetric tests in India for AIS compliance. Let's see a quick recap of certification process. Step 1. Submit test samples. Step 2. Complete lab testing. Step 3. Site audit by ARAI. Receive type approval certificate. Need help with ARAI certification? At MindSync, we specialize in application preparation and compliance checks, to testing coordination and documentation assistance, and coordinate site audits and type approval processes. Contact us today. Like, share and subscribe for more compliance insights.